Hello and welcome to the Cronkite Sports Report. I am your host, Jorge Montiel. Today's men's Final Four basketball action is all over as two teams will continue dancing. Alabama versus UConn tipped off today, and reporter John Kinney in Glendale has more.
The 2024 men's Final Four began tonight at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. The first matchup tonight in the semifinals was between the Alabama Crimson Tide and the UConn Huskies. Let's take a look at the highlights. The Crimson Tide came out hot, firing away 3 after 3, knocking down 8 of their first 11 threes. But UConn hung in with their dominating post game. Coming out of the half, UConn knew they had to adjust, and did such. While they continued dominating the inside game, UConn's efficiency on defense flipped the script as they held Alabama to 3 for 12 shooting in the second half from beyond deep. With an 8-point lead under 4 minutes to go, Alex Carabin hit a step-back three-pointer from deep to give UConn an 11-point lead and sealed the game.
We were able finally just to defend well enough in the second half, get the three-point line defense under control there, and obviously executed late, and we're able to get that kind of separation. But they were really, really hard to guard, and I was thrilled with the way we defended and the way we closed the game.
Alabama came up short tonight against the UConn Huskies. The Huskies will look to be the first team to go back-to-back since the 07-08 Florida Gators, and Dan Hurley will look to aim to put his name among the greatest after another dominating season. I'm going to send it back to Jorge in the studio.
The night was still young in Glendale this evening as the second game of the night was set to tip off the following UConn win, with Cinderella NC State dancing their way to the Final Four. The task was too tall for the Wolfpack as Zach Edey and Purdue walked away victorious. For more is Greg Graves live from Glendale.
While the Cinderella story comes to an end for the Wolfpack, it is a season they can remain holding their heads up high after running off their past 10 games, including an ACC championship victory. Though the Wolfpack were no match for the Wooden Award winner and his teammates.
Yeah, obviously, very competitive game. I thought both teams' defense was way better than their offense. I think especially in the second half.
While Payne and his team are happy to be moving on and proud of their effort shown against NC State, they know, just as well as UConn, that the dance is not over. Both teams must be at the top of their game in a clash of #1 overall seeds to determine a champion. Back to Jorge in the studio.
The Final Four certainly kept fans at the edge of their seats. Ultimately, UConn and Purdue came away winners. Fans will be anxious to see who comes away the victor in the finals. In other news, the 40th anniversary edition of WrestleMania Night 1 took place tonight in Philadelphia.
I just had the time of my life, and I put in a lot of work. We had a hell of a training camp, which lasted probably about 10 to 12 weeks, and I wanted to make sure that I was as prepared as I possibly could be.
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson put on a stellar performance, came away with a win, and sent over 60,000 fans home happy. Well, folks, that will do it for us at Cronkite Sports. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.